Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another session of Fun Friday. So, Neni Carolina Chacin here, and today I wanted to do something fun for you and talk to you about how to use storytelling to grow your business. Storytelling can be used for inside your business and outside your business, right? The same way storytelling can be used inside your house for your life and outside your house for your life for making friends. So, what is so special about storytelling? Stories sell, right? They say. And why do they sell? Because they connect with your experience and they connect from human to something that you could have done and that could happen in real life. Stories are very compelling because it attaches emotion to the story, and also emotions connect people from people to people. So if you have an emotion connected to the story, then you get more impact on the person that's listening and on the people around you. So how can you use a story? So inside your business, for example, what are the stories that you are telling your team to follow your vision and to reach your goals short term and long term? Because it's important to have short and long term goals that the whole team knows about and can help you achieve. If they don't know what is your whole business, your life or your business goals, then how can your team or the people around you support your goal if they don't know about it? But how can they remember that goal and that vision if you don't tell it in a story, in a compelling story that can relate to their emotions and with your emotions, right? Now, every story, and now I'm going to go tell you some tips about how a story goes. So, of course, every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, right? So, the stories can always have a little bit of a teaser as well. Like you can actually plan what kind of stories you're going to tell, for example, when you're going to meet new relationships to grow your life community or to grow your business and your clients and your sales. What is the beginning, the middle, and the end of your pitch? It's the same if you tell it in a story. If you tell a story of your product, of your service, it's going to be more compelling and they're going to understand better what you're offering, what kind of problems you solve, and what kind of help you offer them as a solution for their challenges in their life or their business. This is true for anything, for relationships, for business, and that's why I am a life and business strategy coach, because it's all related. Whatever you apply in your life is going to trickle down to the way you apply it in your business. Now, be very specific and be relatable. So, for example, you're not going to talk if you are already a multi-millionaire and you're a billionaire. You're not going to tell your clients directly unless you want to do a business directly with another billionaire like you. You're not going to say, I'm going to tell you a story by the time I went into the helicopter and then I landed in this special island that I bought. You're not going to tell something like that, but you're going to tell something that relates to the target audience that you're going to talk to or relate to. So, for example, and this applies again for life and business. So, for your friends, for your family, and for the possible leads and clients that you have and the relationships that you're building, you have to talk to something that's related to them. What do you have that is related to the audience? Maybe your audience is in Clubhouse. So depending on the room that you join, then you have to talk about things that are related to them. If it's the corporate world that you had an experience with, or if it's an artistic world that you had experience. And in my case, I'm very lucky because I have so many stories. I can tell you stories until I fall asleep. And stories after stories about different experiences. I think I've lived about 10 lives. Not 7 lives like a cat, but about 10 or more. So I can tell lots of stories that I can always relate to people and they can always understand. And then as soon as you connect with them, even if the story is not about the product and service, but you tell some sort of personal story, they connect with you. They have a link to your emotions and to your being, and then you can talk to them about your product and service or about whatever event you're going to do if it's your life or relationships, and then they're going to be more at ease to go for it, for the vision and the goal that you have. Now, it's very, very important that you paint that vision. How you're going to paint that vision? You're going to paint that vision with emotions. You can say, imagine if this happened. So when you paint the vision, and your goals, and you tell a story in your business or your life for a goal and a vision that you have, you paint it as if it's right now here. So you tell it in the present. You don't tell it in the future. So you say, imagine you're living right now the life that you want and that you deserve. And then how would it be that you have a product and service that can help you reach that state of life, of that lifestyle that you love to live right now? So you kind of paint the visions. What is around? What kind of environment do they have around? They have a beach, or they have mountains, or they have a quiet meadow, or they have a large business office with lots of people working for them. So whatever vision you're painting for them, make sure that you describe everything in detail, right? Be very specific about the story. The more you describe, the more you use description of emotions, sensations, the colors, the smells. If you integrate all the senses in a storytelling, you take your audience into a journey where they are going to live the experience that you are telling. So that is very important. Now, another thing that is very important in storytelling is to be authentic. I am an open book and I am transparent. And I always tell things from my heart. And whenever I speak and whenever I tell a story, I show my values. If I value respect, if I value sincerity, if I value loyalty, all those values will be expressed when I speak and when I tell a story. So make sure that you know, first of all, what are your core values that you want to convey to your audience, and know and try to describe and be true to those values when you speak and you tell the story. So showing an experience where your values are displayed, where your examples of how your values are expressed is a very good way to tell a story. Another thing to do when you tell a story to be compelling for your team or for your clients is to be vulnerable. To say, today I really have a bad day and this is how I got better in my day. And then you tell them how you really went from struggle to absolutely focus and laser focus and productivity, and maybe they can relate to you by showing your vulnerability. That's another item that you can add on storytelling. The other thing is to show confidence. Show confidence. Actually, the body position, the body language describes a lot. This says a lot about your confidence. So make sure you're not like sluggish like this and like a little like this when you're speaking like this. No, make sure that you're up completely with all your torso aligned to your neck. Well, I'm a little bit sideways, but completely aligned in your spine, right? So that all the breath goes up. Of course, you can breathe better, you feel better, you will feel more confident. Sometimes we correct our body first to gain the confidence, and then the confidence is in there. And sometimes we feel confident and then we correct our body. So I don't know if you have noticed, but whenever you actually speak with confidence, all of a sudden you kind of expand your chest. Why? Because this is the position, like a stance of power. So having confidence when you do storytelling is very important, because the more confidence you show, the more your audience is going to be likely to listen and to follow your vision and mission and follow the plan and the goal that you have with the storytelling. Another thing is be exciting, be expressive, move, especially right nowadays when we don't have live events. In the live event, of course, you would be moving from one side to the other of the stage. You would be expressing more and you can feel the power of the person. But actually online in camera, you can do exactly the same thing. You can approach very closely when you want to say something really special, and you can retract. So that storytelling can be more impactful when you actually move closer and far away from the camera. And these are just tips for camera production, but this is true for your YouTube videos, for your live stream shows, for anything that you want to do on camera on the phone, like this live video on Instagram. Everything is it will be very impactful. Any movement, any tone of voice, and sometimes when you're very, very quiet, can give a stronger impression when you take the story. So, for example, if I'm going to tell you a story about when my mother was born in a special lagoon that gave the name to the country of Venezuela, and if I say it really softly, then that will capture your attention. You want to actually grab it, and you want to pay more attention and get closer and listen to it, right? So this is another tip. Use your volume to convey emotion and to create more attention with your audience. Thank you so much for those who are watching. If you're watching on the replay, please share and like and comment. I love all your feedback and all your engagement. Thank you so much for all the people that have been following me and then been supporting me on all the social media. That's growing very fast. So these are the storytelling tips. Another thing that I wanted to say, let me see, I have some tips here. Creating a space for your audience to fit in their own story. So imagine you have an audience that has multiple experiences and come from different backgrounds. So try to create in the stories that you say to your potential leads for sales or for your immediate relationships, even if it's in a Zoom call that you want to relate to other people where you're presenting. Try to tell stories that can relate to different groups within that audience. So for example, if you had a trip to Europe and there's a lot of people in the audience from Europe, then maybe try to bring up a story about the last time you went to Europe before the pandemic, or not, or maybe during the pandemic you had a trip there. So make sure you tell stories that are relatable to your audience. So this is my tip for Fun Friday. Storytelling, and how do you use storytelling to grow your business? When you do tell a story that is very compelling and you compel them with all these different nuances, you can actually grab their attention, and then you can sell them on your propositions, on your products, on your services, or on your goal and vision. If you are in a meeting where you want the whole audience to get behind you on a particular goal, a particular task that you want them to do, tell them with a story. Talk to them with a story that they can relate, and it will be more beneficial for you and for your business and for your life, and you're going to be getting more results out of your audience with storytelling. So again, this is Fun Friday, storytelling, and I hope you've been liking all the things that I've been posting and the beautiful graphics that my brother made for me from his company, his graphic design company, and his team. They're unbelievable. They're making some more for me. So thank you so much for following. If you like this, like, comment, share, and follow me so that you can get notified. You can follow me at Neni Chacin all over social media, TikTok, LinkedIn, Carolina Chacin, and YouTube, Neni Carolina Chacin as well, and also on Clubhouse. I had some issues, but Clubhouse as well, you can follow me there. So thank you so much for watching, and à la prochaine fois. See you soon.